So we come to a conclusion that 1 decimeter cube bar is 100 joule. Now we will solve numerical based on the given formulae. So here we begin with the numerical. It is the first unsolved numerical. Let us read the question all together. Okay. Calculate the work done. It means what we have to calculate? We have to calculate work done. Okay. So I'll write here W is equal to question mark. And then it is written during the synthesis of ammonia in which volume changes from 8 decimeter cube to 4 decimeter cube. Now 8 decimeter cube to 4 decimeter cube, it means V1 is 8.0 decimeter cube, okay, and V2 is 4.0 decimeter cube. Fine. Against the constant external pressure of 43 bars. So I'll write here P external is given 43 bars. Okay students, now we know the formula we have to use is W is equal to minus P external delta V. Now you have to always start with minus P external, okay, because minus is against the opposing force. So I write here V2 minus V1. So minus, I substitute the value 43. Now V2 is 4 and V1 is 8. So I write 4 minus 8. So I'll be getting minus 43 into minus 4. So when you multiply these two, you will be getting 4 3s are 12, 1 4 4s are 16, 17 plus, okay, plus 172. But what is the unit now? Let us look at pressure. It is bar and volume is decimeter cube. So I'll write here decimeter cube bar. Okay. Now we have to convert this to joules. And we have studied that 1 decimeter cube bar, okay, is equal to 100 joules. Therefore, okay, therefore 172 decimeter cube bar is equal to, we have to just multiply these two, okay. So I'll be writing 172 multiplied by 100, that is 17200 joules, okay. Now if I have to convert it to kilojoules, I will divide it by 1000 and I'll be getting answer as, see, we will be shifting the decimal 1 2 3, so it is 17.2, okay. So the work done is 17.2 kilojoules. It is plus 17.2 kilojoules. Now we have studied in our previous videos that when the value of W is positive, when the value of W is positive, it means the work is done on the system. The work is done on the system, that is, it is a work of compression. It is a work of compression. Okay, so the question is, in which direction the work energy flows? Yes, we are going to write that work energy flows into the system. Okay, so what is the answer for this? I'll write the work energy flows, okay, into the system. Okay, the answer for this question would be the work energy flows into the system. So here we have another question in front of us. 1 mole of an ideal gas. Okay, so I'll write here N is equal to 1. Okay, is compressed from 500 centimeter cube, meaning V1 is 500 centimeter cube against a constant pressure of, it means pressure is given 1.2 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Okay, the work involved in the process is 36 joules. So they have given the value of work done also, and it is 36 joule. The question is, find out the final volume. Okay, it means they are asking what is the value of V2. So we begin with our formula, that is W is equal to minus P external, okay, V2 minus V1. Now what we will do is we will write here the value of W is given 36, P external is given in pascals, but volume is given in centimeter cube. So what I will do first, convert this centimeter cube to decimeter cube. Okay, centimeter cube to decimeter cube. It means I'll have to divide by 1000. Okay, so when you divide it by 1000, you will be getting here 0.5 decimeter cube. Okay, now I proceed with the solution. That W is 36. Okay, and P external is 1.2 into 10 raised to 5 is equal to, I write here minus V2, I open the bracket, plus V1. Okay, so when we solve this 36, when we solve this 36 upon 1.2 into 10 raised to 5, so when we try to solve, we look at this value. Its value is having unit of Pascal, whereas 36 is having the unit of joules. So we will have to convert 36 also into bars. Okay, so what we are going to do over here is that if 100 joule is equal to 100 joule is equal to 1 decimeter cube bar, okay, therefore 36 joule would be 36 upon 100, that is I am going to write here 0.36, okay, decimeter cube bar. So I have converted this 36 joule into the required unit, the decimeter cube bar. But let us see at 1.2 into 10 raised to 5, it is given pascals. Okay, now we know very well that 1.2 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal is equal to 1.2 bar. Okay, so we are going to solve it. We are going to transfer these two values, okay, into this. I hope you understood this step. Why 1.2 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal is 1.2 bar? Because 10 raised to 5 Pascal is equal to 1 bar. Okay, so now instead of writing 36, I will write 0.36, and instead of writing 1.2 into 10 raised to 5, I will write only 1.2. So here I have written the proper units for the calculation. So when you solve this, okay, you will be getting answer as 0.3 decimeter cube is equal to, so final volume is V2 and initial volume we have already converted to decimeter cube. Okay, so when we solve, V2 will come this side and we'll be getting 0.5 decimeter cube minus 0.3 decimeter cube. Okay, and the answer would be 0.2 decimeter cube. Now if you remember the question which was given, in that the value, the unit was centimeter cube. So what we will do, you multiply this by 1000, okay, so it becomes 2000, okay, centimeter cube. So finally I would write 200 centimeter cube. Okay, so in this particular numerical you will have to remember this, that 100 joule is 1 bar decimeter cube and 10 raised to 5 Pascal is equal to 1 bar. Pause the video and understand the concepts if any doubt is there. Okay, here we begin with the new numerical, and it is calculate maximum work done. So I'll just write here W max is equal to question mark. When 24 gram of oxygen, it means mass of oxygen is given, it is 24 gram, okay, are expanded isothermally and reversibly. Students always remember whenever it is reversibly given, it means we have to use the formula W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 V2 upon V1, or in this case we are going to use P1 upon P2. So reversibly from a pressure of 1.6 bar to 1 bar. Okay, so I'm going to substitute the values over here. I'll write here minus 2.303. Now what is number of moles? Number of moles is mass of the particular gas. It is given 24. And what is the molar mass of oxygen? The molar mass of oxygen is 32. Okay, so I'll write here 32. And the value of R, gas constant, is 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole, and the temperature is 298. Have a look at the question as well. I write here log of P1 upon P2. So P1 is 1.6 bar and P2 is 1. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll keep this negative sign out only. Okay, don't touch negative sign first. Let us solve this log value first. Okay, 2.303. Now this 24 upon 32, you will get answer as 0.75 mole. Okay, 314 into 298. Now see, log of 1.6 minus log of 1. Log 1 is 0. So we'll directly write log of 1.6. So open your log books and just check what is the logarithm of 1.6. You will come to know 0.2041. Now what we are going to do is, keeping this minus sign out, okay, we have to see logarithm of this, logarithm of all the underlined numbers, and then you have to add it. Okay, and when you solve this, okay, students, as you can see that I have written the log values 2303. Okay, so 0.3623, 0.75, so I wrote bar 1.8751, 8314, so 0.9198, 29.8, so I wrote 2.4742, and here 0.2041, I wrote bar 1 point. So this minus you keep it outside only. Okay, and you add. When you add this, you will be getting here it is 2, here it is 1, 4, 9, and here we get 4. So yes, answer would be 2.9412. Now what you have to do in the next step, see the antilog of this. And when you see antilog of this, you will be getting 8734. So I'll write 8.734 and 10 raised to 2. Okay, and the answer is given by default in joules. So we will be getting minus 873. I shift the decimals by 2 places, so I get this as the answer, minus 873.4 joule. It is the W max.